Mayong buntag, welcome. So, I'm glad na na-reach out ka for this session. Make time for this. So, before mag-start ang session, paidaila sa ko ako na si Darlene Canillo. You can call me Ate Darlene. Ikaw, pangalan mo?
Para si JP was
JP. So, JP, how are you feeling today?
honestly, ikapoy na dyan ko not just physically but also mentally mangi basket dyan ako nga session kay wala mo ko sa buhatong
Okay, that sounds really heavy today, JP, no? And would you like to tell me back what's been going on lately to make you feel that way?
one working student ko morning mag-school ko tapos hapon mag-work tapos pagkagabi kay mag-study tapos dili makayo ko naka-istorya sa akong pamilya.
So you're doing so much today, JP, no? And anyone in your situation, Jod, naka-feel good of drain. And JP, crying doesn't make you feel weak. It's your body ways of releasing your pressure, kaya okay lang na mag-relax. Mag-relax lahat.
Feel mo ko na ko nga dili ko enough. Kung grades, gamay. Tapos, babayan sa akong manager ko sa work distracted o kayo ko. Parang sarap sa kayo mo kaspariyatan sa akong family.
So that sounds incredibly isolating, JP, no? You're trying so hard to fulfill your responsibilities, but at the same time, you're losing connections with your work, your school, and especially with mga loved ones.
Yes, ma'am. Feel mo na ma'am, ako na lang nagatuyo sa akong kalibutan. Wala niyo ko kabalo. Ako yung nakaayod. Kasi may bala na ako. Need lang dyan ako musubay. Karoon nga day.
It feels like you're living in a survival mode, you know? Just pushing through without the presence of support and presence of anyone. So, JP, okay lang na mo admit na too much na siya.
I guess, I just need someone na pagkausa na niya akong ribate. Karoon. Kaya wala mo kung assurance ako mga problema. They expected me to be strong pero hindi naman good makaya.
So, I hear you, JP, and I want you to know that being free is safe for you. You don't have to carry everything alone. You don't have to pretend na strong ka. Always remember, JP, na it's okay not to be okay.
Thank you, Miss. It feels better dyan share niyo ko sa inyo baka mapagasan sa akong gibate. Kaya, dili dyan ko, pili na pa ng tawa akong masihan.
I'm really glad you did, and you're so brave by taking first step in coming here. So, JP, healing takes time. So, if you're open it up, we can continue our conversation regularly. So, willing ba ka o balik din for the next session?
Yes, Miss. I need this kay hindi na ko ni kaya nga ako rin magdala-tala ni.
Okay, so himuon na to na. So, for now, let's take it one day at a time. And we'll schedule our another session. And together, we will get through this, JP. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It helps me a lot. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, JP, and welcome kay ka nga balik diri if you need anything.
Thank you, Sab.
Thank you, Sophie.
After witnessing the counseling session, now let's talk about the non-verbal and verbal cues that happen within that session.
So first, let's talk about how the counselor started the session. So she smiled and started the session with an open-ended question. How are you today? And what do you think does that impact the client?
Well, I think it immediately starts with grammar. And JP's response was a bit hesitant too. He avoided eye contact and sighed. But Courtney, do you think that shows that he struggled to open up?
Definitely. His body language, like slouching and fidgeting, says a lot. Even though he said he was tired, it is just more than physical. So what do you take of the counselor response to the nonverbal cues presented by Joseph?
Well, the counselor, her tone stayed soft, and she linked a little with asking what's important, and that really shows a genuine interest towards her client. Now, do you think that helped Jay open up more?
Yes. When he shared about juggling work and school, the counselor validated his feelings, and I think it's very important to validate someone's feelings. So she said, crying doesn't make you weak. And that seemed to comfort JP. Now, did you see how JP reacted?
Well, he got emotional. His eyes watering and shoulders dropping. It looks like he finally felt scared. And how do you interpret the counselor's non-verbal response in that moment?
Well, she kept her tone steady and her posture open, which is, I think, a great response to the emotions that was shown by JP. And she reflected what JP was saying about feeling disconnected. And do you think that reflection helped JP and the counselor deepen their connection to each other?
I do, especially when JP said that he's just surviving, and the counselor told them that he doesn't have to carry everything alone. That felt very down. What stood out to you the most?
So I think what stood out to me the most is when JP cried and the counselor gave him space and handed him tissue without him rushing. And I think that's a very great way of showing that you are concerned without always talking about something. And I think giving silence to your client during a counseling session is very important to help the client process things. And that silence speaks volume. Now, do you think what happened builds trust between them?
Absolutely, partner. And when JP finally looked up and said, I already feel better, it showed the impact. Do you think the ending with an invitation for another session is a good move?
Yes, I think it's a good move because it showed encouragement as well as continuity. JP agreeing to come back, also and even a bit smiling, was a big shift from the start, from when he was very emotional to now really feeling comforted. And that's a great example of how empathy and presence should matter in a counseling session.
After reviewing this counseling session, what is your takeaway in this session?
So after observing the entire session, I noticed how powerful the counselor's consistent use of empathy and non-judgmental tone was. She helped JP feel safe enough to express his vulnerabilities as well as validate his emotions, especially by reflecting his experiences. From the start to the end, her steady presence seemed to shift JP from being emotionally overwhelmed to feeling a little more hopeful. It reminded me of how crucial it is just to hold space and listen. What about you? What is your takeaway from this session?
For me, JP's body language and emotional cues stood out. His hesitance and the way he avoided eye contact and how he eventually cried all of it reflected the weight of his career. I appreciated the counselor that she didn't rush to fix him but rather gave him a room to feel. Even the silence, the tissue, and those small things made a big impact. It's clear that creating a safe, compassionate space can lead to emotional release and trust. this session showed that how healing begins with being heard. And that sums up our analysis and observation in this session.
We hope that you have gained a lot from us. And this is a reminder that
It's okay not to be okay.
And note that if you need help, seek if you must.
Yes,
And we
exactly.
always remember that there are people around you who is willing to be your safe space. So that's it, and thank you.
Thank you.